Hi, I'm Dr. Dan from Vitamin Pro, and we're going to talk a little bit about allergies today. Now, allergies is something we know something about. We dealt with them in our family, and one of the reasons we got into alternative health was to find better ways to deal with allergies. Because as you know, the basic way of dealing with this in medicine in general is immune suppression. In other words, if you dampen the entire immune system, you'll get a decreased allergy response too. And of course, that can be effective in the short term, but over the long term, that's going to cause a lot of other problems. So, there are some people in medicine who use other types of methods, which I won't go into because those aren't things that I do. There are certain allergy shots, that kind of thing, and people get mixed results with those, as with all allergy treatments. One thing about, there are two types of immune responses I want to clarify. One is the allergy response is relatively rapid. In other words, you get exposed to something that you're allergic to, shellfish or maybe some lotion or something. You generally get a fairly quick response, and you know that within minutes that you've run into something your body didn't like. Now that's different from, and that's more what we call an IgE response. It has to do with mast cells and histamine, that sort of thing. Now the other type of response, to clarify, is the IgA-IgG response, and that's more typical of something like gluten sensitivity, which can take up to 18 hours or so, or at least many hours to begin to show itself. And that also, the normal IgG response of an allergy tends to wind down fairly quickly, but the IgA responses from something like gluten can last for months. So these are two different mechanisms entirely, and of course today we're talking more about the IgE and the allergy typical thing, peanuts, that sort of thing. Now, there are different ways of approaching this, and we've tried a lot of these, and they all seem to help. There are techniques out there, energy techniques called TVM. Offshoot of that is something called NET, and NET, and I have these written down on my website, so you don't have to look for them here. These have all been helpful. Even another technique called NET, that has been helpful for a lot of people. And there are machines, some like the Bax Aura or the NRG Nano, that some people have also found helpful. Now personally, I've had better luck with things like NAET, TVM, those sorts of things. I've seen some pretty miraculous things with that. So, but on another side of this, none of that's going to work unless you address your body's overall health picture. And for that, we recommend doing some basic detox type systems, using glutathione and glutathione boosters and glutathione patches, like the LifeWave glutathione patches we like a lot. These all help keep your basic system running right, so that you're not in a wind down mode, but these actually help to repair some of these cells and responses. Now, because detox, it's not something that you do once a year or once every 5 years or something, or wait till you're really sick. These are things you do on an ongoing basis, because we're exposed to many of these toxins throughout the year. So it's not good enough just to say, well, I'm going to, January 1, I'm going to do my detox. Say, well, I would start next month, and then do it again the next month after that. And there are some, I have some detox references on Vitamin Pro that you can look at for that. One thing that we can do is, as far as testing, we can test for different allergens. That's been done for a long time. The skin scratch tests, I think, have had some success, but not good enough. We can run some blood testing. Neuroscience has a nice complete panel, so we can look at what you might be allergic to. Chances are, though, you might have a pretty good idea already because again, the response is fairly quick. If you're having problems but you can't identify it with a specific food, then it's probably more like an IgA, IgG reaction, which is going to take a different type of testing, which we'll talk about in other videos. So anyway, there's the basics about allergies, and I wish I could tell you that there's just one thing that will work for everybody for every single allergy, but it just doesn't work like that. You're going to have to experiment and find out what works best for you with each type of allergy, because you might have 10 different allergies that need 10 different systems to clear up. So anyway, there's some basics of biology. Hopefully that is helpful for you.